Hey everyone, apologies for the delay. We are ready to go with Andy Farrell and Johnny Sexton. Can I see any raised hands, please?
Hi Andy, Michael Glenn, RT Sport. Congratulations, that must have been a performance that ticked a lot of boxes for you.
Oh, it's a bit more than that. We're not into ticking boxes. We like to see and judge ourselves on how we've prepared for a tough game, which it was always going to be against a Tongan side that's raring to go with the quality that they've got and the quality in the coaching staff, and to get the tournament up and running, there was always going to be a tough challenge for us. But I thought we handled the game and the opponent extremely well. Even when things weren't going too well for us, as in error-wise, etc. I thought, as far as control and territory-wise, I thought we controlled the game really well. And once we got a couple of scores up, I thought we followed nicely and controlled the game throughout.
Johnny won't like to talk about this, but can you have a comment on your captain and his record-breaking achievement?
No. Look, I think it was fitting. He had 9 points, hadn't he? He had 9 points and equalled the record, hadn't he, before he scored the try. That's what I was trying to find out with Vinny, our analyst, and 2 minutes later he scored on the post, and you just knew when we got held up and we were set to play that play. It's something that we obviously practiced during the week, and he knows which ones to follow, and he followed Conor really well, and it was so fitting that he broke the record with a try like that. But what I would say, and I've said to Johnny in front of the lads in there, that he can talk for himself, but the record's fantastic. But he'd say that that's his job, etc. But it takes some doing. But to us, as a leader, as a player, he's a lot more than a point scoring machine. For Ireland, how he prepares his team and gets them up for absolutely every game selflessly is more important to, I would think, him and certainly to us.
Richie McCormack off the ball. Johnny, I am going to put you on the spot. How did you feel in that moment? Because you spoke during the week that you weren't concentrating on records like that, but when you got that try, it seemed to kind of take over at the moment, kind of caught up on you.
I was just happy to score the try. I think one of the lads said it to me under the post, and I actually thought I might have got it on the kick before, but look, I think it's something when you retire and you finish, you can look back on and be very proud. I think my little boy will be over the moon. He was talking about it during the week, and probably means more to him. He'll chase it down now. And so the other 10s, it's there to be broken now, and I'm sure some young guys will be eyeing it up. And look, I'm very proud to do it, but tonight was more about getting the win and moving on to what's such a massive game now this week.
Congratulations, Andy. Just as a follow-up, how's Finlay feeling after that, being taken off 10 minutes into the second half? And I saw Tadhg Burns receiving assistance a couple of times during that second half as well. Is he okay?
Tadhg Burns fine, yeah, and Finlay's in great spirits, so he'll go through the protocols tomorrow. But looking at him and speaking to the medics, they're pretty happy with where he's at. But obviously we'll follow the protocols properly.
Here we go.
Johnny, 20 tries in your first 2 matches. You must be really pleased with the start that the team has made to this competition.
Yeah, look, we've trained incredibly hard all summer, so we're fit enough and able to get ourselves into position to score tries and to put the opposition under pressure. So we've done that well at times over the first 2 weeks. There was plenty of stuff that we'll look back on early in the game where we're going to need to be more accurate and clinical next week against the reigning world champions. And yeah, there's plenty that we need to improve on for sure.
And Andy, how much better do you think your side will be from coming through this experience tonight?
Well, I would hope we will be better because we'll certainly need to be playing against a fantastic side in South Africa. But two games under the belt is good for us. I felt for Tonga a little bit in the sense that they didn't get to play last week, and I think once you got the first game out of the way, that you find your rhythm better, and it certainly looked like that from our point of view. Hopefully that rolls on to another level on the third week, because this is what World Cups are all about. Weeks that are coming against the reigning world champions. It doesn't really get any better, and there's one thing for sure, that the Irish are going to turn up and enjoy it as well. So it's a fantastic week to look forward to.
Here we go. Just a reminder before we start, no filming from the floor, please.
Rory O'Connor, Irish Dependent. Andy, do you feel any sense of vindication? You see Wales and France rotated heavily and struggled to put away tier 2 opponents as such. The team you picked, it's all worked out perfectly.
I don't see vindication at all. I understand why people have an opinion, but we make calculated decisions based on the facts that we've got and what's best for our team. I don't think I need to vindicate myself in what decision we make. The right thing for our team this week is to get a little bit of continuity and get more game time and get the job done and get people off at the right time, etc.
Can you give us a sense of the scale of the step up this week, the challenge ahead, and how ready you feel the guys are for that?
Well, we're not ready to quite yet, but we certainly will be. It's something that we've talked about quite a bit, obviously, with the opponents that we knew we was going to face. So, we best laid plans and all that has been pretty good so far. We'll take that a step further this week and get the players to own that as soon as they possibly can, and that's something that they're doing very well at this moment in time.
Keane Tracy, Irish Independent. Johnny, just a couple of quick ones. Has Rog been in touch at all, or was he in touch during the week or even afterwards there?
I haven't checked my phone yet.
Do you think he is?
I have no idea. I'd have to ask him. Not sure we're talking to each other after the European Cup final. No, it's. I'm sure he will.
The quality of the tries that you scored, particularly off set piece, must give you an awful lot of confidence for what's coming ahead.
I thought the line out was excellent tonight. Scrum as well. We got a lot of territory and field position from the set piece, and the guys executed brilliantly, which was great. The forwards laid the platform, and we got a couple of nice tries in both halves of first phase second phase. So I was very pleasing with that.
Here we go.
Ed Elliott, PA Media. Hi, Johnny. Following the long time you had out, the minutes you had last week and the half game you had tonight, do you feel like you're back in peak condition and ready to go for South Africa? Obviously, the performances would suggest that.
Well, like I said before the Romania game, the proof will be next Saturday if I'm in good form. That's you got to go and do it in the games. No point in saying you're feeling good or whatever. I'll just take it day by day, make sure I recover well, turn up to training Monday, Tuesday, and try and help put the plan in place to take on like I said already, the reigning world champions. They've hit a great vein of form, and it's going to be a huge challenge for us, but one that we are really excited about, and hopefully we'll be ready for it.
Thank you. There we go.
Bonsoir pour RMC Sport, Pierre-Yves Leroux. Peut-être la réponse à la question en français, Jonathan, est-ce que c'est capital de gagner la semaine prochaine et de terminer premier du groupe?
I did miss the end of that. Does anyone?
You have to finish first of the group. It's very important to win last week. Next week. Sorry.
Yeah, we obviously want to win the group. We want to win every game. That's pretty clear. No matter if we can get through the group, I don't think that you're going to have an easy game if you finish first or second. But we'll be going for for the win next week and hopefully the week after as well.
At the back.
James Gray, iNewspaper. Andy, you said you feel for Tonga coming in and playing their first game here. Do you also feel a bit for Tonga that this is a very rare exposure to Tier 1 sides in terms of international rugby? They were in here earlier saying they would welcome 100% the opportunity to play sides at this more. Given that this is the biggest stage, surely it's fair for them to get the chance to play sides like you in autumns and summers and things like that.
Well, the more opportunity to play in bigger games, the better they're going to be, and I would think that this game tonight is going to benefit them massively for the games that they've got coming ahead. I know that speaking to them, they would have loved to have had a Tier 1 nation to play in a warm-up game, but that wasn't to be. So they'll learn a lot from tonight, I would have thought, and understand what it's like in the World Cup playing against Tier 1 nations, and give the best version of themselves for the next couple of weeks.
Johnny, how different is it facing the South African defence in terms of time and space?
Yeah, look, that's the thing that they pride themselves on, isn't it? They've shown that they're a tough team to play against. We need to be very accurate with when we decide to take it on or when we decide to kick. We probably learned a lot from the November international, I think. But yeah, they try and put us under. They try and put everyone under a huge amount of pressure with their line speed and their pressure at the breakdown. So it's something that I think is very similar to what Tonga did in the first half. We'll face something similar to that. So good preparation. We took tonight's game for standalone. We wanted to give the Tongans the respect that they absolutely deserved because they're a very good team. But it's a good sort of dry run for what's ahead next week.
Have you held much back in terms of power plays or line-out moves?
Yes, loads. Loads.
Any more questions from the floor?
3-1, Derek.
Can I just concentrate on the other side of the ball just for 1 second? When Peter O'Mahony gets sin bin, there's some very brave defending going on. Just how did you view how the systems you've been putting in place worked during a time of great stress, sort of just either side of the break?
We actually spoke about that at half time, and ironically, Derek, we showed tremendous fight in trying to keep them out, and obviously they got over in the end, but there was a few things that we needed to fix up in that regard, instead of just trying to solve problems ourselves. The fight's very good, but if you come too desperate, then all of a sudden a bit of feel goes out of the game. And although I thought we defended pretty well tonight, it's certainly against skillful, strong, determined opposition. I know that there'll be a few things that we need to fix up for next week as well. Yeah, it shows the fight and the want and what it means to the lads to keep them out. And even in those type of situations when there's we're trying to show what it means to us to defend our own line, we can be better.
Thank you. And that was the last question, and we are wrapping. The mix zone will now be open.
Thank you.
You.
Cheers. Cheers.
Thank you.